Literally a minute into the fucking fight, Ryan Garcia lands his ghost punch left hook and rocks Devin Haney.
He used every bit of strength he had in his body to make his legs work and bring them back to life. Harvey Doc never got Devin Haney in trouble for the excessive holding. He for sure got money on Devin Haney.
You know, Devin Haney was the favorite. It was not what was expected to happen. So now people are like switching up. It's like, don't switch up. Like, everyone was doubting him.
Would you guys like to see rematch between Garcia and Tank?
The rehydration clause played an absolute pivotal factor in his loss to Gervonta Davis.
So yeah, with Tank, it was a worse version of him because he wasn't as lethal. Fully hydrated, he could just land a single punch. Got you on Bambi legs.
Welcome back to another episode of the Last Round Podcast, where we cover everything from traditional boxing to influencer boxing and everything in between. For today's episode, we'll be talking about the 2024 Fight of the Year, Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. But before we dive in and give our thoughts and opinions about this fight, don't forget to join us, and our link is down below for our Discord page. So jump in, say hi, and let us know what you guys were thinking for the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight. And don't forget to just follow us in general on all our forms of social media. But let's dive right into the episode, guys. 2024 has had a big blessing, not only for boxing but combat sports in general. And I think Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney topped that. I think that's easily the best fight in boxing so far. High emotions, a lot of drama leading up to this fight. And it really
delivered.
It delivered, exceeded my expectations. What were you guys' thoughts about Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney?
Yeah, I feel like that's the most important thing. Like, the buildup was crazy. Obviously, these guys have personal history. You know, we could sell the fight. So that was there. And then the antics, Ryan Garcia comes in with some of the craziest antics I've ever seen, like, to promote a boxing fight. But it looks like he fooled us all. It looks like it was a marketing genius move by him. Looks like he came in, performed, I think gave one of his best performances of his career when he needed it the most. And he got the win, got some viral moments, got the respect that he wanted, that he so craved for. So I really could not believe my eyes watching this fight. It was a roller coaster of emotions, and definitely 2024's fight of the year so far, and upset of the year.
Yeah, for me, it definitely took me by surprise. I was not banking on Ryan Garcia winning by a decision against a technician like the Haney. Definitely surprised me, surprised everyone. I think he took everyone's breath away because I could not believe from the very get-go he really wanted to win. He started attacking Haney, surprised him with the check left hook, and since then I feel like Ryan gained the confidence, and I think he himself knew that he was going to win this fight.
Yeah, from the first punch. I mean, this is crazy. Literally a minute into the fucking fight, Ryan Garcia lands his ghost punch left hook and rocks Devin Haney. When I saw that, I knew then and there, I was like, hey, I think Ryan Garcia is going to win. He's going to win because now he has to be perfect, and he can't let Ryan Garcia even touch him with that left hook. So, and that's not possible. I mean, Devin Haney gets punches. You know, he gets hit in the face. So he wasn't going to be perfect for 12 rounds. I figured once I saw that, I knew Ryan Garcia's power was just gonna it was too much. It was gonna be too much for Devin Haney, and that's what happened.
Yeah, before we even dive into the fight, let's talk about Friday, man.
Okay.
Yes.
Because look,
the big controversy.
This is where the first big moment occurred. But look, my prediction was always Devin Haney, right? Leading up to the fight, weeks before, I was expecting him to win by UD over Ryan. And I was very confident in that prediction until that Friday, you know, during the weigh-ins. When I woke up, you know, did my thing and then checked Twitter, and I saw that Ryan Garcia missed weight by 3 pounds, 3+ pounds. And I was like, you know, when I saw that, I was like, yo, they're trying to, you know, they're just going to play to their advantage. You know, this is strategic. This is tactics. This is planned for them. And ever since that, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm not too sure about my UD win for Devin Haney anymore, because that moment really kind of shifted the, my confidence that I had in my initial prediction.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Ryan Garcia, all he wanted this fight was to get a victory. He just wanted to win, and he was always complaining on that Tank fight that he was dehydrated, that's why he didn't have any power, that's why he couldn't knock out Tank. He says, if it was 140 no rehydration clause, I'd beat him, I this and that. Okay, well, this fight, He said, "F the weight cut. I'm coming in with my full strength." He came in 3 pounds heavier, which is a very big difference. I mean, we're gonna get into this how much of an actual advantage 3 pounds plays in such a big fight like that. When I saw that, I thought to myself, because some people were saying, "Oh, this proves that Ryan Garcia wasn't training." I thought to myself, no, this proves that he wants to not drain himself. He wants to keep his strength that he has, and he's banking on the KO against Devin Haney. And look what happened.
Yeah, 3 pounds is everything. When you're talking about the elite level, like 3 pounds is everything. Plus, those 3 extra pounds, Haney wished he didn't have to lose those. I wish he would have. He would have liked to have came in at 143, kept his strength and whatnot. Because when you look at when you compare the both of them, when they both step on the scale, Ryan looked like he didn't look like he was weight drained. He looked like he still had strength. He looked ferocious. I think he even took a sip of, what was it?
A beer
or whatever, supposedly.
Yeah.
And then Haney steps onto the scale, and he looks like he's making 135 again. Like, he looked really skinny. His eyes were really big. His cheeks were sunken in. 3 pounds is everything, and 3 pounds is all Ryan Garcia needed to become to win this fight.
Also, that was a ceremonial weigh-in. So they had already officially weighed in earlier in the day, which is how the whole Ryan Garcia overweight came out. The news got leaked because of the morning official weigh-ins. That's just a ceremonial. And they're in New York, that they're already like weighing in the evening, right? Like 5, 6 in the evening. And the weigh-ins were in the morning. And Devin Haney still looked dehydrated. And I was, the whole news broke out in the morning about the overweight for Ryan Garcia, and I was like, okay, I'm a little shifty now. I'm a little not as confident. And then when I saw the ceremonial weigh-in, and I still saw how drained Devin Haney was, I thought to myself, I'm like, man, it's late in the day, and he still looks dehydrated. Ryan Garcia looks fresh. He looks like he just hydrated well. I'm not too sure about my prediction anymore, So I was like, going into the fight on Saturday, I was, 50. I was like, not 50-50, but I was like...
You were leaning more, like, you started leaning a little bit towards
Ryan Garcia, yeah. And here's the thing. I wanted Ryan Garcia to win the whole time. I said it in our last podcast episode where I gave my prediction. I wanted him to win. But I just, felt like intellectually you'd have to go for Devin Haney. But, I mean... Seeing what happened on Friday, and that played a huge factor into what I was maybe expecting differently for Saturday.
Yes, because I think a lot of people aren't really understanding this. Like, 3 pounds is everything. Devin Haney tweeted out today. He tweeted out finally after the fight saying, I'm okay, this and that. Let's get the rematch, but make sure Ryan makes weight. Oh, and now people are saying, oh, Devin Haney making excuses over 3 pounds is lame. 3 pounds is everything. Like, this is in this combat sports, like, if Devin Haney didn't have to cut those 3 pounds, do you know how happy he would have been? Do you know how much better he would have felt? It's a very big important role that played into this fight, and I think it was smart cheating by Ryan Garcia.
Is it cheating or is it strategy?
No, I think it's smart cheating. No, I think it's the art. It is a type of cheating, honestly, because he didn't even try to make weight. It's not like he was trying to make weight and then he missed. He's like, okay, I'm just too heavy. No, he knew with this team that he was going to come into this fight 3 pounds or a couple of pounds overweight. That's why Haney made that bet with him. Because he knew, like the teams were fully aware Ryan Garcia was not going to attempt to make the weight. So they're both weight bullies. But at least Devin Haney made championship weight.
Well, it's because he had the champion obligation to do so.
Exactly.
Champ, yeah.
So, but that placed a little more pressure on him, and he had to cut that weight. Ryan Garcia got a little advantage over that, and I think that was a bit smart cheating, honestly.
Plus, we also have to look at it in the grand scheme of things. Both of these guys, especially, let's just take the spotlight on Devin right now. He is a weight bully. What does a weight bully mean? It means he's a guy that walks very much pretty heavy for someone within his weight category. That dude is probably like 180, 190 when he's not training, bro. And having to cut down all the way 140. Yeah, those 3 extra pounds, when you look at it, the grand scheme of things, if he has to lose 40 plus, 30 plus pounds, like, yes, 30, the last 3 pounds is definitely going to be everything.
I say he's like walking around 170 170, 180 the most.
Yeah,
I'm saying 180, dude.
I'd say I'd say high 170s. I think.
I've seen a couple pictures.
Yeah. Oh no, he's a big boy. He's a big boy.
Yeah, I think I'd be more inclined for 170 if he walks around.
But that's
a
still
lot.
big.
That's a lot. Yeah.
You know, and they're both. I mean, he had to make that weight. Ryan Garcia chose not to make that weight, and I think it played into his. You know,
It was everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, the whole people talking about the 3 pound, the 3 pounds that they weren't, anything, but
they're casuals.
yeah,
I mean,
you gotta be crazy if you don't think
you
so.
must not know anything about boxing.
You gotta be crazy.
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest aspects of boxing is the weight class. There's weight categories for a reason.
And then especially when you're cutting, and I mean you're Devin Haney, so every single weigh-in that you weigh in, you look absolutely drained, like just straight up bones.
Yeah.
Right. And he just, I don't know, man. He had to make that extra cut, because the last pound was always the hardest one. So, I know he was like killing himself to make that 140 pounds. But Ryan, on the other hand, he was like, he was pretty chill,
He was happy.
He was all tweeting out saying like, I look better than how I feel. Oh, I look better than how I look, or whatever like that, doing stuff like that. So yeah, for sure, that I do believe that played a factor. But I don't know. Let's dive right into
Let's get
Saturday.
into the fight now. Yeah.
Saturday, fight night. Man, from the first round, that first round, I was pretty hyped because overall the event wasn't on the undercard. I wasn't really too not that big of a fan of.
And the co-main event was a robbery,
a straight robbery. Yeah, Barbosa lost that one.
It just happened in front of our eyes, and it wasn't looking like a great night.
No, yeah. So I was like, I wasn't that hyped up. Like, I mean, I got hyped up on the fight, but leading up to that, I was like, this is kind of boring. But yeah, that fight, man, from the first opening bell, dude, Ryan Garcia got everyone sparked in, bro. What are you guys' thoughts about the fight overall?
Yeah, go for it.
To me, like right off the bat, I was kind of surprised that he decided to start really quickly, really fast. I was thinking that he was gonna settle into the fight, really take it kind of slow, like start off slow, see how things were going, and then kind of ramp it up. Because for me, if Ryan Garcia was gonna win by a knockout, so I figured that once he kind of gets the timing, once he kind of figures out Haney's right hand, then he's gonna catch him later in the second half of the fight.
That's interesting. I thought he was gonna start out fast. Honestly, I thought that he was like gonna try to jump on him pretty much, essentially, and. He put a lot of pressure in that first round. He had like Haney moving backwards, and he got that hook landed. One thing I did like though is he got him hurt. He rocked him. Ryan Garcia followed up, but he didn't get too reckless. How he got like in the tank fight. He didn't get too reckless, and then he ended up calming down as well. He's like, okay, let me relax a little bit. I think that was smart by him. He showed a lot of patience in this fight that he hasn't really shown in a lot of his other fights. So it shows that he's improving with Derek James. It shows that he's getting better. So yeah, I mean. After that, though, Haney started picking up the pace, and he started winning rounds. I think a lot of people kind of forget that from like the first to the sixth, it was pretty much all Devin Haney other than the first round. And then we got that knockdown again. Once again, Ryan Garcia's strength showed up in this fight. His power showed up in this fight. Whenever he'd start letting his hands go, Haney could really not do anything about it. So... in the second half of the fight, this is when Ryan Garcia finally got back into the fight. Started dropping him a ton of times. Then there was a ton of holding in the fight, and then the ref started being a complete nuisance in there, which we'll touch on that too.
Yeah.
I was so impressed. I was just impressed by Ryan Garcia this fight. He showed how dangerous he really is, man. He's a dangerous fighter. I think. A lot of people were doubting him. We were doubting him as well. I won't lie. Yeah. But I think he got the respect that he deserved because he is at the top world-class elite level. He's a very dangerous fighter. He might not be technically the best. He might not be the most skilled. But he has lethal weapons in those hands, and that makes up for it.
Yeah, one thing that he also did was after that, once the second half of the fight started, what he did was he started throwing a little bit more, just combinations and stuff like that. But the Furies, like he's kind of like running around laterally, kind of just letting Devin hit him. He's kind of doing the Taco Philly shell, and then I don't know, he just explodes, and Haney couldn't time him. Like he was faster than Haney, and that kind of surprised me a little bit. And then also, I think another thing that I want to touch up on, if that Ryan Garcia that fought Duarte back in December, if that Ryan Garcia version was fighting Devin last night or this past weekend, I don't think he would have won. Yeah, I definitely think like that's a huge improvement.
He's improved.
That's a lot of improvement, and that's what 4-5 months ago. That surprised me.
And another thing, I saw Derek James. He got interviewed after the fight, like by some random account I saw, and they're interviewing him. I think that was the game plan, to kind of like lull Haney to sleep, make him start overreaching, make Garcia. He kind of used his legs a little bit. He was on the back foot like at some points, which was kind of surprising. I thought that wasn't his fight, but I think it was the game plan to kind of
bait him.
Put Haney to sleep, make him start overreaching, and then out of nowhere explode and catch him off guard.
Yeah, I feel like when we were watching it, I kept saying like, stop doing that, like to Ryan. Like I was like, bro, what do you? Especially when he was hurting him, and then he just goes right directly to Haney, center of the ring, and starts doing this. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, bro? You just dropped him. Like, stop doing that. But it really was, that's really was what the game plan was, like to get Haney to start really laying go of that the right hand, so that Garcia can just get him with the left hook.
Yeah.
And the thing is, all those knockdowns, they were all beautiful, man. They were beautiful shots, man. The first one,
I think that was the cleanest
that
one.
one was so nice, dude. The hook, oh my, dude, he sat him down, straight sat him
and
down.
then he hit that Ali pose on him.
Oh yeah,
right.
dude, he had his
Ali.
Ali.
He's like, get up.
So funny, man. People, that 7th round. Let's talk about that 7th round because, like you said, I had Devin Haney up in the scorecards prior to the 7th, and I was like, Ryan, you got to start doing something, right? It's the second half of the fight. You maybe need to amp it up. And he did. So, I don't know, that 7th round, man, when he caught him with that beautiful hook like he always does and dropped him, Haney was so hurt, man.
I thought it was over.
You could tell he used every bit of strength he had in his body to make his legs work and bring them back to life, because you could tell like he was trying so hard to try to get up, but his legs weren't responding to him. And go ahead.
His like muscles were like contracted and everything.
They were stiff.
He was stiff as hell. He was super hurt in this fight, and in that 7th round, I'm surprised that he was able to get up. It did show heart.
Oh yeah, but then, man, the doc, man,
Harvey fucking Doc, man.
Oh man, he gave Devin Haney so much opportunity that round. That fight should have ended in the 7th round, in my opinion. I thought it was going to be done and over with. But Harvey Doc really threw a lifeline at Devin Haney. And, I mean, he even took a point away from Ryan Garcia. Even though Ryan Garcia, I mean, he shouldn't have punched him.
No.
But Harvey Doc never got Devin Haney in trouble for the excessive holding, especially that round. That round, he fell down like 4 other times in that round, but Harvey Doc counted as a slip or whatever, as a fall. But I mean, it was all because he was still hurt and he was trying to clinch. But Harvey Doc should have done something to Devin Haney, taking a point. But it's got to be rigged, right?
Yeah. Honestly, because like holding is illegal in boxing. You're not supposed to clinch. You're not supposed to hold. Now, obviously, holding, it's gonna happen because sometimes they're just gonna clash against each other and just hold. Okay, but when there's clear and purposeful holding, like Devin Haney was doing, he wasn't even throwing a punch. He was running at Ryan Garcia and just hugging him. That is not legal. Like, you, as the referee, Harvey Doc should have been like, hey, you're excessively holding. If you keep on doing that, I'm going to take a point away. No, he never said anything to Devin Haney. Devin Haney continued to hold, and it let him recover, and it slipped away Ryan Garcia's chance to win this fight by KO, which should have happened after that 7th round knockdown.
Yeah, I feel like the question has to be asked, what is an acceptable length to clinch, or how many times is it acceptable to clinch within a round? Because within the amateurs, they're really
They're
on that.
so strict on this.
They're strict. They have no problem calling out who the guy is that's clinching. But when you go to the pro ranks, nothing happens, bro.
Out of nowhere,
not even a warning, bro.
Yeah, out of nowhere, it's like acceptable. They don't even tell you nothing about it. Like, it's a completely different experience, which makes no sense. To answer your question, I think it has to do. I think it has to do with the intent. Like, if you're clearly holding to like save time or to stall or to do something, like you're purposefully just like not even throwing a punch, lunging forward and trying to hold, then that's when it should take. That's a point, buddy. But if they just like clash against each other and then they like hold each other, okay, that's maybe. But it all depends, I think, on the intent. It's like if you're actually just trying to hold to save yourself or to stall time, unacceptable.
I agree with you, but even then, like, Harvey Doc never said anything to Haney.
Devin Haney should thank Harvey Doc, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he blessed him so hard. He saved him from getting the KO. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Devin. But I mean, you could also make the argument that Harvey Doc did a bad job. It was Ryan Garcia too, because that taco Philly shell, it ain't it, right? He's turning his back on Devin Haney,
Which is also illegal.
I mean, he did get him in trouble, I would say.
Yeah, he did.
He did like tell him not to turn around
After like 9 rounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But regardless, I mean, he still should have done something, tell him like stop, or else I'm gonna take a point away or something. He should have also been a little bit more stern on Ryan Garcia, but definitely 100% on the Devin Haney.
Yeah, Harvey Doc, this was definitely like a horrible performance both ways. I mean, but he did not handle this fight that well because it was actually a pretty messy fight. If like looking back on it, a lot of clinching, a lot of wrestling, hitting when they're like clinching, back of the head shots, and then Ryan Garcia turning his back. There was a lot of illegal stuff going on in there. So, but that's the referee's job. That's what Harvey Doc signed up for. That's what he should have the experience and knowledge of knowing what to do in those situations. He seemed like frozen. He seemed like he'd never refereed a championship fight, even though I've seen him multiple times. He's actually a pretty big referee, but I was really disappointed in his performance and the referee's performance.
Well, I mean, it's a big fight.
It's a performance.
It's a big fight. That's a big factor,
Yeah.
So referees, for those big fights, referees do play a crucial role.
Yeah, and he just handled it so bad. I think a lot of people also saw this and were commenting on this, and rightfully so. I think Harvey Doc should be criticized, and he has to pick up a book about the boxing rules because he wasn't following them.
Yeah.
No, all the memes that came out were just like he's for sure got money on Devin Haney.
Yeah, I saw that. He was like, I saw one where he was like to Devin, he was like, "You paid me you bribed me to help you, not to win you the fight. Like, there's so much I could do." Like,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
You almost pulled it off for him too. Yeah,
Almost.
that's crazy. Yeah, but like I said, all those 3 knockdowns were beautiful, man. That last one, especially the way, dude, he had Devin Haney seeing ghost. He had him seeing something, man, because
Seeing the stars.
every single time he connected with the hook, Devin Haney's eyes just rolled to the back of his head. Like, he was taking heavy damage. After the fight, his face was so swollen.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
His cheekbones, his whole face looked rearranged at some point. He definitely took heavy leather. Ryan Garcia looked completely fine. Like, he looked like he just went through a spar, and like his face looking like that. And yeah, Ryan Garcia, honestly, he really proved everyone wrong. He
shocked the world.
Shocked the world, man. This is the biggest upset of the year. I said it before. I was like, is Ryan Garcia actually not taking it serious, or is he pulling off the greatest marketing stunt of all time? And I think he just fulfilled that, man. I think we just witnessed the greatest marketing stunt of all time. This is gonna be so good. He's gonna have his own category, like when trash talking goes right.
Yeah.
He's gonna have his own thing. He is him. Ryan Garcia is him. Anything that he did in the past that people were bashing on him, it's forgiven. He is now. Mexicans are gonna claim him.
Yeah, Mexicans claim him now.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Now I think everyone has to give Ryan respect because he did what he said he was going to do. He did it when the whole world was against him. And he proved them all wrong. So he even proved us wrong. So like, I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. Ryan did make it happen. Now I think it's safe to say that he's a very dangerous fighter, and in the future he has the potential to become a world champion.
At 147.
At 147.
Yeah, because I mean, he said he can't hit 140, which makes sense because he hasn't been able even to hit 140.
He's never hit it, has he?
I'm not sure. I think
when he fought Emmanuel Togo, I'm pretty sure that was at 140 or 138. I think
essentially.
The weight was moved up last second type ordeal, but. Yeah, 140 is just a division that he I said it before, just like how Devin is a weight bully. I mean, Ryan Garcia is also a weight bully. Do you think he looked bigger against Haney in the ring?
Or like compared to Haney?
Compared to him, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was probably bigger. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Garcia looked huge.
Well, I mean, this got to be the first time Devin Haney has fought someone his own size.
This is true.
Because, I mean, he fought against Lomachenko at 122. Okay. Before
135, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll have something to say about that, too. But he fought against 122
This was for Loma.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying.
That's what everyone's saying now.
122-pound Lomachenko, I mean... Jojo Diaz hasn't, he's not a big puncher at 135. I mean, even then, they're not as big as Devin Haney. I mean, Devin Haney be going up to 160 after the fights. Not even Regis,
he wasn't that heavy.
He wasn't that heavy on fight day. But Ryan Garcia, man, they look huge in there, and I was like, dude, this might be the first time Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney has fought someone his own size, and look what happened.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, like we were just talking about, his face got busted up, and you're not used to seeing Haney like that. I mean, usually Haney's the one that, not even. He never really messes up anybody's face because he doesn't got power.
But usually his face is clean.
His face is clean. He's revered for his skills. His skills are amazing. His technical. Oh, he's one of the best technical fighters in the world. This and that. Ryan Garcia, as a one-trick pony with the hook, was able to get the victory. So that just shows how dangerous Ryan Garcia is.
Also, Devin Haney's chin.
Yeah.
Big talking point. You know, coming up to the fight, people, we all suspected Devin Haney to be a bit chinny. I mean, the hardest puncher he has fought in his career was Jorge Linares, and Linares put him on skates, and it took him a whole round to recover. Now, this was his second, in my opinion, big heavy hitter in his career. And Ryan Garcia, man, that chin, I don't know if it's ever going to be the same. I mean, he already had not a good chin, you know. He's already a chinny fighter. But after taking a beating like that and getting dropped that many times, I don't know how his chin is going to hold up anymore. Like, it was already, it was already bad in the beginning. How worse is it going to get? Yeah,
Devin Haney might not ever be the same after this beating. Because, I mean, this is a very bad, like, he probably had a concussion. You know, he's probably hurting the next day. So, he took a very bad beating. And usually, when fighters take, like, a beating like this, they're really not the same, man. Hopefully, Devin Haney does come back, you know, because I actually like him. I like how he takes fights. He takes risky fights. You know, he's one of those fighters. But I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see his future because after this beating, is he going to be the same?
Yeah, I mean, I draw compare. Okay, so yeah, coming into this fight, I kind of figured, you know, Haney is chinny. He has been, you know, we touched before. He has been not dropped, but he's been touched by other guys at 135, and they're guys that, you know, Haney was a weight bully back then. So like, it's smaller guys hurting him. Now he fights a guy who is the same size as him. I draw comparisons to Haney's chin to like Amir Khan's chin, Josito Lopez's chin.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go so far yet.
No, but I mean, look, what happens to Amir Khan after the Canelo fight? He wasn't the same. What happened with Josito Lopez after his jaw got broken? He wasn't the same. Every punch.
You mean Victor?
Yeah, Victor.
Yeah.
Victor Ortiz. Every punch that gets landed on them, they can't really take a punch anymore, really.
Well, Amir Khan was already chinny before the Canelo fight.
That's why I draw comparisons to his chin, to Haney's chin.
I wouldn't go that far. I would say, I mean, if he really had a chin like Amir Khan, Ryan Garcia would have KO'd him. Flatline, dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, he would have been dead on the camera.
I mean, he got dropped those 3 times and he stood up all those 3
He's
times.
heartless. I mean, I'm not heartless. No, with heart. He got heart. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one can say that, but like, what's the damage from that?
Yeah, see, now
that question.
That's the question. Like, in the future, we don't know. Like, it's up in the air now.
The dude looked like a chipmunk, giving the post-fight interview.
Yeah, he was.
Both cheeks were swollen. The temple on the right side was red and inflamed as well.
His eye too. His eye. His lip was all busted up. Oh my gosh,
he took a beating, man. People were trying online saying which beating was worse, Earl Spence or Devin Haney. And I'm like, bro, first off, Earl Spence, it's Earl Spence. I mean, Earl Spence got absolutely demolished in there. But I mean, it showed that people did see a huge beating get landed, and I saw a big beating landed on him too, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, this might be hopefully, because I want to see him fight again. You know, I'm like you said, I'm a big fan of him too, but man, he's gonna have to be absolutely perfect now, like to the point. I don't know, because if his chin isn't as good anymore, man, yeah, he's gonna have to be perfect all 12 rounds in order to compete.
Yeah, and I feel like his defense was just so bad this fight.
Too emotional.
This is what it is.
Emotional.
He did not fight his best, especially I think it was after the first round. Since he got hurt and then he came back, he wasn't like completely rocked. He came back and he kind of felt a little bit embarrassed, I think, and he wanted to get it back. And that kind of lost his composure. It lost his head. He was being a little too aggressive. He was trying to push the fight a little too much, overreaching on a lot of points. I mean, look at the first knockdown in the 7th round. Haney just had his hands down here, and then Ryan Garcia just came over with the hook. He had his hands down, just his chin exposed. Like he was completely. It didn't look like Devin Haney. Like he was too emotional in there, and it costed him the fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many aspects as to why this fight. I mean, I was surprised it didn't go the way it was supposed to go. Like, on paper, Haney is the more calculated, the 3C's cool, calm, and collected guy. Bro, that went out the window completely, and the scripts were switched. Ryan was just calm, bro. He almost looked like a tiger, just waiting for the right moment, and it paid off.
Yeah, this is one thing I want to touch on because obviously, we got the wrong decision.
Okay.
But guess the whole boxing world got the wrong decision. Like, Devin Haney was the favorite. Devin Haney was the favorite. He was the big favorite, minus 800. All the big boxing analysts were picking Devin Haney. Like, it was pretty. This is a pretty shakeup. Like, this was not what was expected to happen. So now people are like switching up and saying, "Oh yeah, Ryan Garcia." It's like, don't switch up, man. You were doubting him. Don't lie. Everyone was doubting him. Okay, let's be honest here. The whole world was doubting him. He showed out. Now we got to give him his respect. But don't switch up and be like, "No, I was always with Ryan Garcia."
Exactly. Yeah, we're not switching up, man.
No, we're not switching up. I'll say I was rooting for him, but I thought he was gonna lose for sure.
Yeah.
It's that saying. It's like my money is on this fighter, but my heart is with the other guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I would have bet money, I would have bet money on Haney and lost it. I'll be honest, I would have bet money and lost it. But shit, now I'm gonna bet on Ryan Garcia in the future.
Let me go. I'm not gonna read any of the tweets, but some of the guys that tweeted out, some of the boxers that tweeted out saying, "Yo, this was crazy. I was not expecting it. Much respect to Ryan Garcia, Tim Tszyu, Eddie Hearn, Shakur, Gervonta Davis, Jake Paul, lol, Sonny Edwards, Conor Ben, Regis Prograis, Bam, Deji." I mean, they all gave him his props. All these superstars.
Deji in there.
Deji in there, man. Our favorite guy in this podcast, man.
But yeah,
we weren't the only ones that were wrong.
Yeah,
and this is why I'm wearing this hat, because even though my prediction was wrong, this was good for boxing, bro. This was so good for boxing, bro. You said it in last podcast, and I was completely in agreement with you. Yes, Haney on paper looks like he has the skills to pay the bills, and that's a safe bet. But Ryan Garcia, that ghost punch, you can never cut him out. And wow, yeah, I'm surprised. The whole world tuned in. I think overall this was really good for boxing. So at the end of the day, like, I'm happy.
The clips went viral. Viral. I mean, like, it's going to be trending for a little while right now,
I'm already seeing the memes.
Yeah, the edits are going to come out when trash talking goes right. All this stuff is going to come out still. So, yeah, this is good for boxing. Is Ryan Garcia now elevated to the face of boxing?
I don't think he is.
So you're a hater, bro.
I'm a hater. Yeah.
Stop hating, bro.
No, here's the thing. Cause we talked about this earlier, and I mean, yes, the face of boxing is a huge accolade to have, to be that face of boxing, but it takes a lot more. You have you got to bring something else in order to be the face of boxing. Look at Canelo, the way he presents himself, the way not only does he sell arenas and sell pay-per-views, but I mean, he has the resume to back it, his character, personality outside of the ring. He brings in a persona that demands respect, and I mean, he has the skills in there to get the victory and to make history and whatnot. So Canelo for me is still the face of boxing. Ryan Garcia, he's probably the face of the casuals. People if you go around public and ask people, oh, like, who do you think is the face of boxing, or the best boxer at the moment? They're probably gonna say Ryan Garcia, maybe, because they're not too educated, or they just like, the whole fight just came out and they're like, oh, Ryan Garcia, he's super hot right now, so let's go and jump on that bandwagon. But yeah, Ryan Garcia, I think he did make a mark now. I mean, he defeated a pound for pound fighter that many had. ESPN had him like number 6. So he destroyed him. A pound for pound fighter. Ryan Garcia definitely got the respect, and now he calls all the shots, man. He's definitely the guy who's gonna call all the shots now because he's gonna sell the fight, and he's gonna show that the fight's never gonna be boring. You know, he's gonna bring the excitement, and how is he gonna bring that excitement? With the left hook.
Yeah.
Nuclear left hook.
Yeah, nuclear left hook, lethal left hook. Yeah, I think Ryan Garcia took a massive step in his career. You know, now he's getting a lot more respect, and now people are going to regard him. Some people are going to regard him maybe as the face of boxing. I still I'm not completely sold that Ryan Garcia is the face of boxing. I think he has great selling power. I think he's going to sell out arenas. He definitely has the influence, of a superstar. But yeah, I think a little bit more with the resumes, a little bit more with accomplishments actually inside of boxing and not just pay-per-view numbers. And if he transitions to that, he definitely has the potential to become boxing's next face of boxing because he's only 25 years old. He's still very young and he's improving at a very fast rate. So I'm very hopeful for Ryan Garcia's career. Thankfully, I did want him to win because it is good for boxing. It's beneficial. He brings a lot of eyes to the sport. Now, not only does he bring a lot of eyes, but they see him as a good fighter. He beat a pound for pound top 10. Yeah. So now people are going to start ranking him in the top 10.
Yeah, for me, I'm a hater. So I'm going to
self-proclaimed hater.
I'm going to say no, he's definitely not the face of boxing, but I'm not saying it because I'm a hater. It's like what you guys just stated. He doesn't have the resume, he doesn't have the accomplishments. He hasn't won a belt yet. So, yes, he beat an elite guy. This is his first time, stepping up to a plate, and he hit a fucking home run. Second time. But he hit a home run with this one. But it's still, I don't see him there, I think with him to be considered as like the face of boxing, you have to have certain accolades. You have to have certain things. The notoriety, the fans, the way he markets, that's all there. But he's missing that one piece to the puzzle, and that's getting one belt at least, getting something. Yeah. Then we can work from there.
Here's the thing, at the end of the day, I respect Ryan Garcia, great man, and everyone has so much respect for him right now. But you gotta respect Devin Haney. Here's the thing, man. He, even though Ryan came in 3 pounds overweight, he said, "Screw it, let's fight." Right? I'm still gonna fight. I'm still gonna make my weight, the 140, and I'm still gonna fight you, even though you're 3 pounds overweight. I respect him for not canceling because a lot of fighters would have canceled.
He could have. He's well within his right. Devin Haney was well within his right to just cancel the fight and call it off.
Well, of course, it was because of the money that was going to bring and then, the attention. And the thing is, they were so confident that they could beat Ryan Garcia. So, I mean, he said himself that he felt like he was sleeping on them. They overestimated. They thought Ryan Garcia was going to be easy money. And which is why they were like, screw it, like I can still fight you even though you're 3 pounds overweight. But here's the thing, even in the fight, he got dropped all those times, and yet he stood up. He showed that he's got heart. He showed the absolute traits of a warrior. And here's the thing, Devin Haney fought a way better version than the version that Gervonta Davis fought in Ryan Garcia. And I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, don't you ever compare Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis. There's levels." But then again, you gotta go deeper into that and see, how the fight was. What things, what's it called? Influenced the fight. Influenced the fight. Ryan Garcia had a rehydration clause and a catch weight against Gervonta Davis, and Ryan Garcia, he said himself, if it wasn't for that, I would have beaten them. And people were, of course, like, yada. But now we look at what he did against Devin Haney, and now it gets you thinking, like, maybe he was right about that. That the rehydration clause played an absolute pivotal factor in his loss to Gervonta Davis, and which is why I believe that Devin Haney deserves more respect because he took on a no rehydration clause overweight Ryan Garcia and was still able to get up from those monster shots that he took. So.
Yeah, because I mean Ryan Garcia, he's not gonna win with being his super technical, all this type of stuff. No, he's gonna win by his power, and if he's dehydrated, he is not gonna have power. So yeah, with Tank, obviously he was way less. It was a worse version of him, because he wasn't as lethal. He wasn't as strong. He wasn't as fast. This fight, fully hydrated, you saw how dangerous he is. He could just land a single punch. Got you on Bambi legs.
Yeah. Well, I guess now, I mean, I've seen the question online, but what do you guys think? Would you guys like to see a rematch between them two? Garcia and Tank?
I have something to say about that.
Garcia versus Tank?
2.
Garcia versus Tank 2? I mean, I don't even know, bro.
You know, for me personally, I don't think that fight's going to be made unless it's at a catch weight at 145 and no rehydration clause. Without those two things included in the contract, I don't believe we'll ever see a rematch between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. I think we have a way higher chance of seeing a rematch between Pitbull Cruz and Gervonta Davis than a rematch between Ryan and Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, because Ryan Garcia is going up to 147, and Tank isn't going to go to 147. I'm pretty sure he's going to go to 140. You know, chill out there, see what's going on there. Maybe get that Cruz rematch. I'm sure he probably wants something similar to that. But no, with Ryan Garcia, I probably saw a fully hydrated Ryan Garcia is a big boy. And he's lethal with those hands.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just touching up on that. Yeah, I feel like that does sound like excuses to the casual. Oh, rehydration clause. Oh, get over it, Ryan. But, I mean, when you're going against an elite guy like Gervonta Davis, you need to have everything. You need to be 100%. You can't feel sluggish, weak, no power in the legs. I think a rematch between them two would be very interesting with Ryan Garcia having the option of rehydrating to whatever weight he would like. Does it change the outcome? Do I believe he could beat Gervonta? I don't think so.
It depends the weight. But this is one thing as well. I mean, Ryan Garcia is just a weight bully also. I mean, that's why Tank put that rehydration clause on him, because he knew that if he did it, Ryan Garcia was gonna blow up to 170 on fight night, and he was gonna be fighting a super middleweight.
As he should, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
so I mean, there's some aspect to the fact that you gotta give criticism to Ryan, because he's killing himself to make these weight, and then he wants to just like bounce all the way up. I mean, it's cheating, but legally, I guess. Like so it's within the rules. But
so
like,
he's not cheating.
It's not cheating.
Yeah. Okay, then
Canelo does it.
Then
everyone.
You should never criticize him for putting a 10-pound rehydration clause. It's not cheating. That's not cheating. That's not cheating. Putting a 10-pound rehydration clause.
But yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, like. It's hard to say, you know. This weight is so it's just because it plays such a big impact in the fights and how, you know, both fighters feel on fight night.
Yeah. One thing is for certain though, like a fully rehydrated Ryan Garcia, he's very dangerous. And actually now for me, I was kind of writing him off with some of the other guys at 140, 147 maybe. You know, with not, I wouldn't say the champions against Boots or Terrence Crawford, because I don't know. I feel like
Crawford whoops his ass.
Yeah, Crawford would definitely beat him, but like I definitely give him a better chance of if he were to fight Teofimo Lopez, maybe Matias, because you know that hook is just fucking devastating.
Yeah, it just depends on the weight.
Depends on the weight.
If it's a catch weight for where both fighters come in on the same weight, it could be a lot more interesting instead of Ryan Garcia being the weight bully and just being 3 pounds over.
Yeah. So at least for me, I'm definitely hopping on that hype train for Ryan.
Well, yeah. Where does he?
What's next?
Where does he look in the pound for pound list?
Oh,
dude,
it's hard to say, right?
Well, yeah, but like it's like saying because Bivol wasn't in the pound for pound list prior to the Canelo fight, and he beat him,
and he got up there.
He got up there, yeah. But like, I don't know. It's very hard to say with Ryan Garcia because. I mean, would you have to put him in the pound for pound list because he absolutely destroyed Devin Haney? Well,
this is what I mean. He is skill wise, he's not the best. He is one dimensional, relies too much on his hook, but he's so lethal with his power. So it makes up for it. Like he's kind of like a Deontay Wilder in this sense, where he's not technically the best, he's not skilled the most, but because of his power, he's able to bypass all of that and be one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing. I think you have to, if you don't put him top 10, he's like for sure top 15. Yeah, like he's now he's up there. I think you have to give him his respect.
Where would you put him before? Would you say he was like top 20?
Farther, yeah, a little farther back.
30?
Maybe.
Okay.
Honestly, maybe.
Top 30 to
Top
20.
30. I mean, he beat Duarte, Luke Campbell.
Duno.
Dude, yeah, I was trying to put some big names. George Linares, Cambosas.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's Haney.
yeah.
Haney. I know Ryan Garcia, yeah.
Yeah, I would have had him like not even in the top 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Like-
probably top 30,
Yeah.
25. But
I
no,
think-
yeah, for sure it's cracking.
I also want to answer the question, where do you rank Haney now? Because
He's got-
technically, within the WBC organization, the president, Mauricio Suleiman, said that he is still the champion, even though he lost. Before the fight, a lot of people say that ESPN had him, within the top 10?
6, you said
Six.
it? Yeah.
Is he still
No,
top
he's
10?
going down for sure.
He's probably out of the top
Yeah, he's
10.
out of the top 10.
Yeah.
I'd say
Even
he's out of
still
the
as
top
a
10.
champion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, not all champions are pound for pound.
Because he got his ass kicked, man. Let's not get this shit
Yeah.
twisted. Like, he got a whooping.
Yeah.
So no, he fell down from the top 10.
Okay.
I don't know. I'd have to do a clear look at my top list and
The
then
landscape.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. You got to really evaluate it. So off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you, but for sure, I think he's out of it. And Ryan Garcia is close to it, if not in the top 10.
Well, no, actually, it depends on how favorite Devin Haney is. 'Cause you remember Lomachenko would lose, and then they still have him in the top 10. I mean, depends how much they favor. I mean, and Timothy Bradley, he was saying that he'd quit commentary.
Oh, yes,
He'd quit commentary if Ryan Garcia pulled the upset. And is Tim Bradley gonna honor his word?
Please, Bradley, honor your word and quit commentating. Do a service for boxing.
All the fans were so
No one
on it.
likes him, bro. Let's be honest here. He's such a bad commentator, but
He's a
Bad
good man.
commentator, biased.
hater,
Yeah,
biased.
yeah, I think he's very biased in
Yeah.
that aspect, but a great fighter, nothing
Hey.
less. He was a very great fighter. Yeah,
Became
I'm not
world
a big-
champion?
I'm
No.
not a big fan of his commentary.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, so Ryan Garcia has a lot of opportunities. He has a lot of doors open. He is the A side. He is the one who calls the shots.
He
just
is
like
him.
just like Oscar De La Hoya said. So I'm hoping we get to see some more of him. I'm not sure if he'll return this year. Maybe because he's probably gonna take a little break. Enjoy himself.
He's gonna ride off into the sunset.
Maybe.
Smoking on that Haney pack.
Yeah, all the videos that he was doing after the fight, he was just smoking and he was just enjoying himself.
He was saying he was drinking and smoking every day leading up to the fight. I think he's still lying.
Nah, bro,
he's lying. He's lying.
Yeah, he's lying,
he's
bro.
joking, bro. He's trolling.
Yeah, he proved everyone wrong. And yeah, Ryan Garcia will be he's currently the best fight of the year and the biggest upset of the year. So, I mean, I hope we get to see more of him.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
So, you guys got anything else you guys want to add about the fight?
About
No.
the fight in general, I don't think so.
No.
I think so.
All right.
The undercard?
Barboza lost.
Barboza lost.
Barboza
Fucking
lost,
garbage.
bro.
Fuck.
He's trash at 140. He gets his ass kicked by any top
Barboza
guy.
lost. Yeah, he shouldn't even speak about any of the big names. Not even Shakur. Not even
No.
Pitbull. All those guys would beat him.
Beat his ass.
Absolutely beat him.
Bad.
He looked very. He lost that fight. My condolences to
Sean McCampbell?
No, not
McCombs.
McComb. Yeah,
Yeah.
McComb, the Irish McComb. Yeah, my bad, dude. I feel bad for him, man. They knew they won, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone knew they won. That he won.
Even Barboza was surprised. He's surprised that he won. You could see it in someone's face,
He
man.
switched up the moment the 10th round bell ended. He looked like fuck, man.
No, yeah,
he gave one of those fuck before walking up to his corner, and then once the announcer said Barbosa, he was like,
Yeah, you could see he had lost. He knew his face was lost, and he heard his name. He's like, "Really? I won!"
he got a lifeline from Golden Boy. Oscar really trying to save him in case to make another big fight at 140 for Golden Boy. But regardless, yeah. Besides that, I mean, like I said, I thought the undercard was kind of mid in my opinion. I mean, there wasn't that big things that happened besides the robbery. Even on the fight overall, I mean, if you're a casual trying to watch the Devin Haney Ryan, this undercard did not really push you at all. I thought it was not that good of a
Bad.
The atmosphere was so dead.
Oh yeah, especially in the co-main event.
Yeah.
Especially for the Barbosa fight, you could hear like a needle drop, pin drop on the floor. But
sometimes I wonder who does the matchmaking, because the main
Well,
event is so exciting, but then there's nothing to add
what's
to
called
it.
the money, man.
Yeah, that's boxing, man. That's just how boxing has been run for a while now.
Yeah.
They always just get the best main event, and then they don't give a fuck who's on the undercard. They just put whoever in there, throw someone on there.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the event we got overall.
It delivered though.
It delivered.
Yeah,
The main
delivered,
event
yeah.
was definitely lived up to the hype that it was built upon these past couple weeks. People were trying to say, it's going to be overrated, blah, blah, it's going to be blah. But I'm glad that it really filled up to the promise that, everyone was predicting for.
Yeah.
So,
Let me ask you this, because I've seen some just comments already saying that, like, boxing still sucks. It doesn't compare. How would you compare this Ryan Garcia and Haney against the UFC 300 event?
Oh, UFC wipes the floor with it. Yeah, I mean, from start to finish, they had even let's take UFC 300 out of it because that's an anomaly. Like that was literally one of the best cards ever created. Even like a regular UFC fight, they usually always have a decent amount of prospects on the card. Maybe former world champions. They do a fantastic, and not only that, they also do a fantastic job of advertising like the undercard.
Yeah, that's true.
They do a great. They even do little promos for them. For boxing, they don't give a fuck. They don't care about any of them. Like,
let me ask you, what do you think is going to do better pay-per-view numbers?
This one, I don't know. I don't know UFC's pay-per-view numbers for 300, but this one I'm sure is going to do very well. Very well.
A million pay-per-view buys.
Tank versus Garcia got 1.2. Yeah, I think so.
I thought it was 800K.
Yeah. Maybe it depends on how many people pirated it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. Yeah, I don't know.
Because it literally seemed everyone was really tuning in. Everyone was just, wanting to catch this fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, time will tell. Hopefully by by next week, we're able to know the numbers for the pay-per-view. Yeah, because this fight, man, everyone was watching. Even all the MMA fans, they all every combat sport enthusiast tuned into the fight, and I'm sure they were all very happy from what they saw. So overall, great main event. Delivered, and I mean now both fighters can get big fights. Even though Devin Haney lost, he can still get another big fight. Ryan Garcia opened himself up to a variety of doors of opportunity for him. But is there anything else you guys want to touch upon? No.
Other than Ryan Garcia proved everyone wrong. I think we are all living in his world.
Yeah.
I said it before. If he wins, he pulled out the greatest marketing stunt ever. So I guess I'm really interested to see what's the next game plan for him.
Well, let us know down below what you guys think about it. Are we living in this world? Is Ryan Garcia him? Is he the number one pound for pound fighter of the world now?
Is he the face?
Is he the face of boxing, man? Let us know down below what you guys think. Is Devin Haney gonna come back strong, or is this the end of his, the beginning of the end of his downfall, man? Let us know what you guys think. Let us know who you guys want to see them fight next. And honestly, go and like and subscribe to the channel, man. Also comment down below. Also follow us on all forms of social media. We are on TikTok, Instagram, and on
X.
There you go. Yeah, I nearly forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't forget to follow us there. And lastly, we have a Discord. So link is down in the description below. We're trying to build up a community. So don't hesitate and join. But yes, this was me, Pablo, with Rulo and Asa. And this was the Last Round Podcast. Thank you for watching.